Hi, Steve Pesek with the Minnesota Sports Broadcast Network here with Mason Aguirre. Mason, you're from Duluth, Minnesota. Grew up in Minnesota, then moved to Mammoth Lakes, California. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Did you enjoy your time living in Minnesota, hanging out? Did you? Where were your places you rode at as a kid?
Yeah, as a kid, I rode at Spirit Mountain a lot, and then up at Giants Ridge a bunch, Highland Hills, Buck Hill, Afton, Welch's. I mean, pretty much everywhere down there. Yeah, just growing up, I did a bunch of like USA state contests growing up there, and yeah, those are my stomping grounds. I still go back all the time. So
now, yeah, you go back. Do you going back for the holidays, or do you probably?
Not for the holidays. Just like go and see my friends and stuff. Like, still got a bunch of my friends back in Duluth. What's up, guys? And yeah, they're all UMD Bulldogs. So I mean, those are all my friends go to school. So I head back there, and then a couple of my friends play hockey for the Gophers, and yeah. So I mean, basically, I try to get back, whenever I can to say what's up.
Yeah,
and our Vikings.
Yes. I was just going to ask, do you keep up with Minnesota sports?
Hell yeah.
Cheering for the Vikings, Twins, and everybody?
Vikings, Kate Fairchild, Gophers, love you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I love all sports. I mean, I grew up playing hockey and baseball and soccer and everything, so, I mean, it's cool that we finally got a winning football team. Favre came over to the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fun place to be right now with sports and everything. Now, you said you keep up with sports and all of that. Now, as far as, there's some young gloms out there wanting to get into snowboarding, kind of hitting all the same hills that you hit as a kid, Spirit, Highland, Buck, Afton, Welch, whatever it may be. What are probably the best ways for them to kind of get to that next level and make their way up through the ranks?
You know what? When I started snowboarding in Duluth and in Minnesota, it was just my dad started first, so I would just go out with my dad on the weekends and we'd just go rip it up and have a good time. And then I kind of, once I was like 8, 9 years old, just started doing some of the local events through USASA and then doing nationals and stuff like that. And then, when I turned like 13, 14, my dad got the itch to get back to the West Coast because he's from Arizona. And so, yeah, we had been to Mammoth before, and it was a great place to get lots of snow and lots of sun, and it was, something I could do to help advance my riding and get to snowboard a little bit more. But I think just going out there and just having fun with your friends and just enjoying it. I mean, it's kind of tough to enjoy it sometimes when it's -20 and completely iced, but I rode there for my first 8, 9 years I was riding, and I loved it. I got a lot of good memories from Duluth.
Well, you took a little bang at the end of the pipe run here on your second run. You're probably used to taking those big crashes, being on that icy conditions in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, that's what my dad still says it to this day. If it's crappy weather outside, or if I'm at a contest and it's snowing, or I'm in low spirits, he's like, just remember what we grew up on, and remember what we started out as. I used to take you out and bundle you up in -20, and we go rip it up. And I was just like, yeah, you're right. But yeah, that was kind of a weird little bail at the end.
Yeah, hey, things happen. It's all good. So, you got coming up more winter tour action, 2 more stops. Some of the other places that people could probably check you out over the season, what would they be? I think the next winter dew tour is in Snow Basin, Utah, and then the 3rd stop is in Mount Snow, Vermont, and then we have the Olympic qualifiers. We have 2 in Mammoth, and then 2 in Park City, Utah, and then we got X Games in Aspen, Colorado at the end of January. We got European X Games this year for the first time in March in Teens, France, and obviously the U.S. Open out in Stratton, Vermont, and yeah, so lots of busy contests and lots of stuff going on, but just going to try to enjoy it. Where would be the best place for people to follow along with you? Do you got a Twitter? Do you have a blog? Anywhere that people can keep up?
I got Facebook, so I mean, I do Facebook, and then thisisfriends.com and friendsvision.com is me and my homies' websites, and then obviously, on the Nike 6 and Burton and Amp, Energy, and all their websites, we're keeping up and doing updates and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I think the best way to maybe get in touch with me is probably on Facebook. And, yeah, that's what's up.
All right, so that's Mason Aguirre. Check him out all season long, all his stops. I'm Steve Pesek for the Minnesota Sports Broadcast Network. Thanks for joining us right here on MNSportsNetwork.com.